Imagine what it would be like to finally look into the face of Jesus, the very figure who changed the course of history for billions around the world. What if I told you that scientists have just made a breakthrough that could reveal one of the greatest miracles ever known? In this video, we'll dive into how the Shroud of Turin may hold the key to unveiling the true image of Jesus, and how new research is shaking up everything we thought we knew. You don't want to miss this, because what we're about to share could change how you see faith, science, and history forever. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, this discovery is something you'll want to hear about. Stay with me as we explore the most astonishing proof yet of this age-old mystery. To truly appreciate the significance of the Shroud of Turin, we must journey back through time to the 14th century. The shroud first came to public attention in the 1300s, when it was owned by a French knight named Geoffroy de Charny. This seemingly ordinary piece of linen became extraordinary due to claims that it had wrapped the body of Christ after his crucifixion. Over the centuries, it has endured fires, failed repairs, and the scrutiny of skeptics, ultimately finding its home in the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist in Turin, Italy. But what makes this cloth so special? The answer lies in the faint yet striking image of a man imprinted on its surface. This enigmatic visage has led countless individuals to ponder its origin and meaning. When the shroud was photographed in 1898, a photographer named Secondo Pia made a groundbreaking discovery. Upon developing the negatives, he revealed an image that many recognized immediately. A face that resembled traditional portrayals of Jesus, with arms crossed and eyes closed in serene repose. As we explore the shroud, questions arise about its biblical connections. While the Bible itself does not specifically mention the shroud, it does recount the burial of Jesus in a linen cloth provided by Nicodemus and Joseph of Arimathea, both influential figures in Jewish society. This association suggests a tantalizing possibility that the shroud could indeed be the very cloth described in the New Testament. Over the years, the cloth changed hands, eventually coming to the attention of the Catholic Church, which recognized its potential historical significance. But as interest grew, so did skepticism. The 1970s saw a concerted effort by scientists determined to debunk the shroud's authenticity. The Shroud of Turin research project was formed, and some of the world's top scientists scrutinized the fabric, employing various imaging technologies. The results from the scientific analysis were nothing short of astounding. Contrary to long-held suspicions of forgery, the advanced imaging techniques revealed that the impression on the shroud was not simply painted or artificially created. Instead, it appeared to be a genuine imprint of a man who had endured severe trauma, with evidence pointing towards a violent death by crucifixion. This discovery immediately raised profound questions about the origins of the image and how it could have been formed. The scientists, despite their advanced tools and knowledge, were left grappling with the mystery of how such an intricate and detailed imprint could appear on a simple piece of linen. As research progressed, skepticism remained, and in 1988, a major radiocarbon dating study was conducted by 3 prestigious laboratories: Arizona, Oxford, and Switzerland. The results seemed to confirm the doubts of critics, dating the shroud to the medieval period, centuries after the time of Christ. This finding led many to believe that the shroud was nothing more than an elaborate forgery, created during the Middle Ages, likely to deceive the faithful or profit from religious relics. However, the story took an unexpected turn. When a lawyer demanded access to the raw data from these carbon dating tests, discrepancies emerged that called the results into question. The analysis, it turned out, had not fully accounted for the complex history of the shroud, including the potential contamination from repairs and exposure to fire over the centuries. These factors could have significantly skewed the dating results. As a result, the carbon dating conclusions were far less definitive than originally thought, leaving the scientific community and the public with lingering doubts and many unanswered questions about the true age and origin of the shroud. Fast forward to recent years, when new technology has ushered in a fresh wave of investigation into the shroud. A group of 5 Italian scientists took it upon themselves to delve deeper into the authenticity of this ancient cloth. Instead of relying solely on carbon dating, they utilized an innovative technique known as wide-angle X-ray scattering to examine the structural degradation of the linen over time. Their research aimed to determine the age of the cloth while shedding light on the circumstances surrounding its mysterious imprint. By sampling fabric close to the area tested in the 1988 studies, they discovered that the shroud dates between 55 and 580 AD, a timeline that aligns remarkably with the life of Christ. This groundbreaking finding provides compelling evidence supporting the shroud's authenticity. While we uncover the mysteries of history and faith, there's also a way to unlock hidden potential in your own life. Imagine a simple 7-second ritual that could attract wealth and abundance into your life. Developed by a PhD neuroscientist, inspired by the powerful energy principles of Tesla. Don't miss out on this chance to transform your financial future. Check the first pinned comment below to learn more before this opportunity slips away. Now let's get back into the exploration. But the scientists didn't stop there. They also sought to understand the nature of the imprint itself. Given that the shroud had been subjected to intense heat during a fire in the past, they performed thermal shock tests to see if the imprint would survive. They heated a sample of the cloth to 200 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes and were astonished to find that the image remained intact. This resilience suggests that the imprint possesses unique qualities, further distancing it from the realm of forgery. The implications of these findings sent shockwaves through both the scientific and religious communities. As researchers shared their results, it became clear that the Shroud of Turin may indeed be the most significant artifact linked to Christ, raising questions about its role in understanding his life and sacrifice. The advancements in technology didn't just stop at scientific testing. The power of artificial intelligence has opened new avenues for visual representation. Using AI programs like Midjourney, researchers have been able to reconstruct an image of the man on the shroud, resulting in a face eerily similar to traditional depictions of Christ. This AI-generated representation features a long-haired, bearded man with visible signs of trauma, perfectly aligning with the sufferings attributed to Jesus during his crucifixion. The resemblance has ignited excitement among believers and skeptics alike, prompting many to reconsider their views on the shroud's authenticity. It's as if the veil between history and faith is slowly lifting, allowing for a deeper understanding of the figure who inspired billions across the globe. Adding to the shroud's authenticity, tiny pollen grains discovered embedded in the cloth were traced back to plants native to the Middle East. This remarkable detail supports the idea that the shroud originated in the region where Jesus lived and died, further solidifying its historical claims. Once regarded as a potential medieval forgery, the Shroud of Turin has transformed into an essential piece of evidence in the narrative of Christ's existence. It has been embraced by the Catholic Church and venerated as a powerful symbol of faith, igniting hope and inspiration among Christians worldwide. Yet, amid all this evidence and revelation, we must also reflect on the nature of belief itself. The Bible teaches that faith is not rooted in physical evidence alone. While the shroud may offer tangible links to Christ, the essence of faith lies in a relationship with God that transcends the need for proof. In moments of doubt, especially when confronted with mysteries like the Shroud of Turin, it's important to remember one of the most profound lessons Jesus taught his disciples. The story of Thomas, often called Doubting Thomas, serves as a powerful reminder for all of us who seek tangible proof of spiritual truths. After Jesus' resurrection, Thomas struggled to believe that Christ had indeed risen from the dead. He famously declared, "Unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my finger where the nails were and put my hand into his side, I will not believe." It was a heartfelt expression of doubt, something many of us can relate to when faith seems elusive and the evidence we desire isn't readily available. When Jesus later appeared to Thomas and allowed him to touch his wounds, he also delivered a message that resonates through the ages. Jesus said, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." This moment wasn't just about reassuring Thomas. It was a profound lesson for all believers to come. Jesus was emphasizing that true faith transcends physical evidence. Faith is not rooted in what we can touch, see, or scientifically measure, but in a deep, trusting relationship with God. It calls us to trust in the divine, even when our senses and intellect might demand otherwise. Reflecting on this in the context of the Shroud of Turin, we are reminded that whether or not this ancient cloth is the authentic burial shroud of Jesus, its true value lies in what it symbolizes for millions of believers. The shroud, like Thomas's encounter with Christ, invites us into a deeper understanding of faith. It prompts us to recognize that faith is a spiritual journey, one that doesn't always offer clear, material signs along the way. When we contemplate the significance of the shroud, we realize that the story it tells isn't just about the cloth itself or the scientific debates surrounding it. Its power lies in what it represents, a tangible connection to the ultimate sacrifice made for humanity. The Shroud of Turin stands as a symbol of the suffering, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. It's a poignant reminder of the lengths God went to in order to demonstrate his love for us. Through his death on the cross, Jesus offered himself as the perfect sacrifice, bridging the gap between humanity and God. The image imprinted on the shroud, whether miraculous or not, serves as a reflection of that immense act of love, a reminder that Christ endured immense suffering so that we might be reconciled with God. The crucifixion wasn't just an event in history. It was a divine intervention designed to offer salvation to all who believe. In this way, the shroud becomes more than just an artifact to be studied. It transforms into a symbol of hope and redemption. Even in the midst of doubt, when our faith wavers, the story of the shroud invites us to look beyond the physical and remember the spiritual truths it represents. It calls us to reflect on the depth of God's love, a love so profound that he would give his only Son for the salvation of the world. This is the essence of the Christian faith. Not merely a belief based on physical evidence, but a trust in God's unchanging and unfathomable love. As we grapple with questions about the shroud's authenticity, we are reminded that faith is not about certainty in the material world. It is about trust in the unseen. The shroud, with all its mysteries, points us toward the greater mystery of God's love, a love that surpasses all human understanding. Whether we believe the shroud is the actual burial cloth of Jesus or simply a powerful symbol, it ultimately brings us back to the central truth of Christianity, that through Christ's death and resurrection, we are offered new life and a restored relationship with God. So, as you reflect on the shroud and its significance, take a moment to also reflect on the nature of your own faith. Are you seeking proof, like Thomas, or are you willing to embrace the mystery of belief? Remember that faith is not merely a matter of seeing, but of trusting in God's promises. The shroud may offer us a glimpse into history, but our faith offers us something far greater, a relationship with the living God, a connection to the divine that transcends time and space. Ultimately, the Shroud of Turin serves as a poignant reminder of God's love for humanity and the incredible sacrifice made on our behalf. It invites us to deepen our faith, to trust in what we cannot see, and to find peace in the knowledge that, whether or not we have physical evidence, God's presence and love are always with us. In conclusion, the Shroud of Turin encapsulates a rich tapestry of history, science, and spirituality. Whether one views it as the genuine burial cloth of Jesus or as a powerful symbol of faith, it undeniably stirs the hearts of believers and seekers alike. As we navigate our own journeys of belief, may we find strength in the knowledge that our faith is anchored in God's unwavering love, not merely in tangible relics. The shroud stands as a testament to that love, inviting us to reflect on the profound truth that God became man to save us from suffering and death. As you consider this ancient artifact, remember the powerful message it conveys. It speaks to the hope that transcends time, a hope that promises eternal life, and the assurance that our faith can remain strong, even in the face of uncertainty. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history, science, and faith. If you found this exploration enlightening, please like and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing content. Together, let's continue to uncover the mysteries that shape our beliefs and connect us to a greater understanding of our shared humanity.